Well, g'day guys, and welcome to day 7, the last day of our 7-day challenge. And I want to thank you for being part of the process, part of the 7 days. And I'm really hoping that by this time, the main issue is that the main thing that I really want is you have that goal card, your little goal card that you carry around with you, with on one side written down your goal. You know, I am so happy and grateful now that I am, or now that I am, now that I have. Something written down, a goal that you want to achieve, and a goal that prior to beginning this 7-day challenge you wouldn't have even thought about, because you would have thought it was way too far out there and way beyond your capabilities. Whereas what I've hoped to get across to you over the course of this 7 days is the power of your mind and the power of your thought really opens up the world to you. And one of the things that it's helped me do, and what I teach other people to do, is it really helps you to try and find or discover your purpose in life, your passion, and then find a way to monetize or profit from your passion or your purpose. We all have a purpose. There's a reason why we were created and put here, and at some stage we will discover that. It's not something that you decide, it's something that you discover, and it's often through a very inwardly self journey that you'll discover what that purpose is. Sometimes, like in my situation, it takes hitting rock bottom to find out, you know, shit, what is it? Why am I put here? And that's what happened to me. I said, I hit rock bottom, got as low as you could go, and it was at that point where I actually discovered what my purpose was, what my passion is, and that's where I'm heading now. That's what I'm doing now. So, so the main thing is, over the course of this week, you've got your goal card with your written goal on one side and a picture of your goal on the other side. The other thing is, we've talked about habit and how your subconscious mind, while you continuing to do the same thing over and over again, it will form a habit, and that habit will then play out automatically in your life. Your subconscious mind will just make it happen for you. You don't even have to give any thought to it. Such as, you know, when you first learned to drive a car, particularly if you learned to drive a manual car, you know, you were all hands and all feet going everywhere, and you're stopping and thinking, do this, do that. Now, you hop in your car at point A, you get to point B, you haven't even given any thought process to how to drive the car. It just happens automatically. It's been ingrained into your subconscious mind. And that's the power of habit, is that it automatically carries out your instructions effectively. So the beauty of that is that we can choose our own habits. We can change our habits, we can make new habits. And that's really what I want to talk to you about today, and then to challenge you over the next 30 days in the formation of a new habit. And I'm wondering how many of you spend time every day reading. One of my great mentors once said you should be spending at least 30 minutes a day reading a personal development or self-help book. And there's many, many, many good ones around, obviously. If you want some suggestions about what's good to read, feel free to hit me up in the comments box below or private message me, and I'll give you a list of books that I've read that I found really powerful. But Earl Nightingale, once I heard him on a recording, said that if you wake up an hour earlier every day, and you do that every day over the course of a year, you've effectively given yourself an extra 9 full-time weeks, 9 40-hour weeks you've given yourself, where you can devote that extra hour a day to yourself. And there's so many of us around that do not invest time in ourselves. We don't invest time in ourselves, we don't invest money in ourselves. Yet we'll go and invest it in other people or other things. The most important thing, the most crucial thing, is to be the best that we can be. And to do that, we need to invest that time and money into ourselves. So if you're one of these people that gets up at 6:30, 7, think about getting up an hour earlier, even half an hour earlier. If you get up half an hour earlier each day, you're still giving yourself 4.5 full-time weeks of extra time for you to read and absorb some really good material, to meditate, to exercise if you don't exercise. But think about creating a habit where you give yourself that bit of extra time each and every day to devote purely and simply solely to yourself, and spend that time on yourself and developing yourself and helping yourself and growing yourself. Very interesting article I read a couple of years ago now, but once every 6 or 8 months I go through a process where I read it every day for 30 days. And it was an article titled The Common Denominator of Success, and it was written by a gentleman called Albert Ian Gray. And the bottom line of it is, he says that the common denominator of success is that successful people form the habit of doing the things that failures don't like to do. Whether that be getting up the half hour or hour earlier every morning to do some reading, whether it be making the cold calls to people that you don't want to do, whether it be exercising for their 30 or 40 minutes a day. Successful people will form the habit of doing things that unsuccessful people don't like to do. And successful people don't necessarily like doing them either. But after a while, they do it, and it becomes a habitualised process for them. So again, they don't have to give any thought process to it. So they don't have to stop and think, oh, do I really want to do this? Do I like this? No, it's just automatic, and it happens. So what I'd like you to commit to today on the last day of our 7-day challenge, and feel free to come back to this group at any stage and post comments or contact me via private message. I want you to commit to creating a new habit over the next 30 days. And I'd really like to know what that new habit is, whether it be getting up a bit earlier, or whether it would just be a commitment to reading a half an hour every day, starting a new exercise regime, whatever. I want you to commit to a new habit that you're going to carry out each and every day for the next 30 days. And then, theory tells us that after somewhere between 21 and 28 days of doing the same thing over and over again, the habit is solidified enough that it will just continue to be. So I really want you to do that. If you're stuck for ideas, I've just given you one there that I do every 6 or 8 months, the article, The Common Denominator of Success. I go through a period of 30 days in a row, every day I read that article, and I'll do that every 6 or 8 months. Another thing you do is, what my mentor taught me was Bob Proctor, Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. There's a chapter there on persistence. It's a bit of a long chapter, but it's a decent read, and you read that every day for 30 days, and it just really seeps the stuff right deep into your subconscious mind. But the challenge at this time is just to set yourself the challenge to create a new habit and then go about doing it. And then you'll find how relatively easy it is to form new habits. And then you can get to the stage where you think, okay, I want to do this now, I want to do that now. You'll know that there's just an automatic process, or a lawful process effectively, that you go through that will create that habit for you. So, end of the 7 days, guys. Look, thanks for being on here. I hope you've taken up the exercises that I've given you every day. Really hope you've got that gold card, and I really hope you're starting to get a bit of an idea, a bit of awareness about the potential of your mind and the power of your thoughts, because everything comes from thought. I think I've said this before, that Mary Morrissey says everything is created twice. Once it's created in the mind, and then it's created in the physical plane. So I hope that over this 7 days I've helped you to remove some limitations that you've put upon yourself, lifted the lid off your imagination, and made you aware that there's so many things out there that you're capable of that you've probably never thought of in the past. So, in wrapping up this 7 days, thanks for being here. Really want you to take on board today's lesson and commit to forming a new habit over the next 30 days, doing something every day for the next 30 days. Hit me up in the comments box or private message. Let me tell me what you're going to do for the next 30 days, and I'll keep in touch with you just to, in effect, if you like, hold you accountable to get to the end of that 30 days. Have fun with it. As with everything, have fun with it, and wish you all the very best in your journey as you move forward. Keep that lid off your imagination and go after what you truly love and live your life of your dreams. All the best. Bye for now.